Hey guys, Shukesh here. Welcome to the very first episode of the awesome tips and tricks video series on this all new OnePlus 7T Pro. Well, in the disguise of the oxygen vest, the phone offers numerous feet tapping software features which are not obvious, but if you can apply these tips and tricks into your day-to-day life usage, then your experience with this new OnePlus 7T Pro will improve a lot. Now let's get started with the episode number 1. When the brightness of the display is decreased, the screen suffers from severe flickering which is not visible with the naked eyes, but my camera is easily capturing it, which is recording at 100 fps. If I increase the fps, then the flickering will be visible even in medium brightness. It's the display tech that OnePlus as well as most of the other smartphone makers implement for increasing as well as for decreasing the brightness. Now under OnePlus Laboratory you get this DC dimming option which will reduce the screen flickering at lower brightness by changing the circuit power of the screen. Now there you go, there is almost no flickering visible. It's not 100% gone, but it's much less. But this DC dimming feature is still in beta because in some cases the display might show abnormal colors. Maybe in near future we will get this by default or in the normal settings menu. If you are recording your gameplay using an external camera, then this feature might be very useful. When you receive a new message through WhatsApp, Instagram, etc., if you are playing a game in the landscape mode, you can basically reply to that message right away without even leaving the game. You can check the messages and also reply using the keyboard on the right hand side. If the feature is not enabled on your phone by default, go to the utility settings, then quick reply in landscape. Next, suppose you are reading an email or ebook or browsing the websites and the white background is hurting your eyes, especially at night. What you can do is you can tap and hold the volume up and down keys simultaneously. The display color will inverse with black background, and on iOS, if you inverse the color, only the text color is inversed, not the images and also not the home screen. I hope that OnePlus as well as Android will give us that option, but still it's a handy feature if you are only reading through text. Now for the volume key shortcut to work, you need to visit the system settings, then accessibility at the top, volume key shortcut. You get different other options, but I think color inversion is the most suitable. There is also select to speak, but you get another exclusive gesture for this feature. Let me show you. Well, what you need to do is swipe up with two fingers from the bottom edge of the display. The controller then shows up. You need to select the text you want the phone to read out to you.
It can still act as a reference. The factors that played a role in the 2017 run-up are long.
You can skip to the next line using the controller and also speed up the readout.
Resistance zone is seen above, which ranges from 39 cents to 50 cents. If there is a swift breach of this.
So such an awesome feature. Now instead of selecting the text, you can also just tap on a paragraph and the phone will read out to you. So if you receive a really long email, a message, or just reading on the web pages, you can just make the phone read out the message to you and you can do other tasks as you wish. Now if you switch from navigation gestures to fixed navigation bar, a small icon pops up at the right bottom corner which works as the select to speak option. So instead of the two finger gesture I have shown you already, you need to just tap on this little guy to start the select to speak service. Of course, you need to enable this feature first, so go to the system settings option, then accessibility, there you have select to speak, turn it on. On the new OnePlus 7T Pro, you get a new gesture navigation style just like iOS. I always liked this feature on my iPhone and now it's on Android. So what I need to do is swipe up to go to the home screen, and feels so smooth and fluid. The whole screen minimizes to the application icon itself, and if you want to switch in between your recent applications, just swipe right or left on the bar at the bottom of the screen. How cool is that? Now to access all the recent apps, just swipe up and hold. There you go. Now the thing is, you can also hide the navigation bar on the screen. Go to the buttons and gesture settings, then navigation bar and gestures. Firstly, switch to the navigation gestures for this awesome new feature, and then you have the option hide the bottom bar. So there you go, it's gone. The whole screen is now accessible. Now since there is no bar at the bottom to switch in between recent apps, you cannot swipe right or left. What you can do is you can swipe up and then right or left. It doesn't feel as fun as previous, so I suggest you to keep the bar at the bottom of the screen. For landscape apps and games, you can swipe from the sides, which is now the bottom, and there you go. Now the best thing about this new navigation gesture feature is to go back to the previous screen. You can swipe inwards from the right as well as from the left edge of the display, which is so useful. I mean, if you are holding the phone with the right hand, you don't need to reach out for the left edge. So despite having this big display, navigating is not an issue anymore. Now the interesting fact is the top parts of the right and left edge of the screen are left out. About like 70% of the edges are activated for the back navigation gesture. So why is that? Well, in a lot of applications and games, you get menus and other options by swiping from the edges of the display. So if you go for this new gesture navigation feature on the 7T Pro, you have to swipe at the bottom edges of the display to get those menus. Next, I want to show you an awesome hidden feature of OnePlus 7T Pro. Here on the apps drawer, if you swipe right, you can actually get another window called hidden space, which is password protected. So here whatever application you add will be hidden from the apps drawer. Nobody can access those applications, but the thing is, if that app is already on the home screen, then the application will not go away from the home. So after you hide an app from the apps drawer, make sure there is no shortcut on the home screen. The Big Basket app has been hidden, so it's not showing up on the apps drawer and also not on search because it's in the hidden space. So if you have any sensitive app like email or your banking apps, or if you simply want to hide the games from your friends, you can add those games or apps to the hidden space. To add apps here, just click on the plus icon and select the apps you want to hide. Now to enable password protection, just click on the menu here and enable password. You must already know how to enable this quick search option, that is, whenever you open the apps drawer, the search option comes up. So searching for the app you are looking for is much easier. To turn this feature on, open the home settings by tapping and holding on the home screen, then drawer. By default you get all apps, but you can switch to quick search, which is much more convenient. There is another hidden option I want to talk about called sleep standby optimization. Open the battery settings, then battery optimization. On the menu you will find advanced optimization, then sleep standby optimization. The thing is, when the phone is not being used for a long time, like when you are sleeping at night, your OnePlus 7T Pro can optimize the battery life by disabling the network connection and also by putting some apps to sleep, so you might not receive notifications in a timely manner. The phone will observe your usage pattern, and when you go to sleep, when this thing turns on, you will see a notification on the ambient display. Your OnePlus 7T Pro is one of the most powerful devices in the world with snappy user interface, blazing fast app response, but the animations on the phone are actually not making the real justice to the capability of the phone. So what I did is I disabled the animation, and as you can see, the app's response is too damn fast. Apps are opening almost instantly. Now you can enjoy the real power of the Snapdragon 855 Plus. So to unleash the real power of your OnePlus 7T Pro, open the system settings, then accessibility. There you have the option remove animations. Well, though the haptic feedback from your OnePlus 7T Pro is great, some of you might not want the phone to vibrate when you type on the keyboard or when you make specific selections on the menu of the phone. So under system and accessibility setting, you get an option vibration and haptic strength. So here, if you want, you can disable vibration for ringing, for notifications, and also for touch feedback. Guys, I have few more shorthand tricks I want to show you. Firstly, if you swipe down with one finger, you get the toggles. With two swipes, you get the brightness bar. But if you swipe with two fingers, you get all the toggles, including the brightness bar with just one swipe. So instead of swiping twice with one finger, you can swipe once with two fingers. Next, if you want to take a screenshot, just swipe down with three fingers. If there is more content, you can expand the screenshot. So if you want to capture the whole document or the whole website, this expanded screenshot can be really useful. You can now crop and also doodle, type and also share right away. Now if for some reason swipe down for the navigation bar is not working on your phone, then go to your home settings, then there you have the option swipe down. For the three finger screenshot gesture, go to your settings menu, then buttons and gestures, then quick gestures, there you have the option. The last trick I want to show you is actually quite interesting. When unlocking the phone with your finger scanner, if you keep holding your finger on the screen, you get these app shortcuts and also options under different apps for quick access. So if you want to take a selfie, you can do it right away directly from your lock screen, and for payment apps it is very useful. Also for frequently used contacts, no need to unlock the phone, open the dialer, look for the contact and make the call. You can do it with just single tap on your phone, even directly from your lock screen when it's locked. Under utilities settings, you get quick launch option. So turn on this feature and set up the shortcuts from here. You can rearrange these as well. Hey guys, this is the end of the episode number 1. I hope that you liked it. Just wait for the second and third episodes. I have a lot more to show to you. Make sure you are subscribed. Check the channel for more interesting videos on OnePlus 7T Pro.